Hello, our beautiful YouTubers. You got Joanne and Elizabeth here with World's Cup of Joe. Awaken your soul. I know this journey is crazy for those that are in this twin flame connection. It's freaking cray cray, my loves. So cray cray. We get it. We are with you. You are in the right channel. If you found this channel, your soul knew you were ready to receive these truths and to shift deeper in your journey so that you can be in this balance union energy where your twin flame can be in your space. We wanted to just take a moment to send you tons of love, high vibrational energy to all of you. And we wanted to just share a couple messages that we feel is very asked a lot of us. And so we want you all to shift through these questions and allow yourself to feel into getting beyond these questions that come up a lot, especially this time. So there's two questions. So the first one is how to get through the holidays, how to get through this time right now, right? This time during the holidays, right? With Christmas and New Year's and being in this journey. So that's first question. And then the second one is how to get through thoughts of your person when they come and how to overcome them so that you can keep getting deeper in your soul, balancing this journey without leaking in that mind trap, right? Because we've gotten a lot of those questions a lot, and this is definitely needed right now. So the first question with this time during the holidays, me and Elizabeth definitely feel all of that, like what you're going through. We feel it so closely because we were there as well. And even though you might not be as bad as you were before, or maybe you are really bad right now with the holidays, this is really what helped me get through it. And this is what allowed me to shift through any dates in the calendar. I think with time, with being in this limited body, in this societal standards, holidays, special events, especially with family, there are a lot of expectations and preferences and judgment when it comes to the holidays. And being able to show others of what the holidays are in the external is like a way to show off, right? And takes you away from alignment when it's so confusing in this journey, right? Like, how do you enjoy the holidays when you're in separation or not really balanced? And even if you are balanced, like, it's really hard to stay balanced when there's so many busy doings happening during the holidays. And so for that, I would say what helps me a lot, and this is the same answer as I have during birthdays and events, it's going to do you more good, really, to just be present with every now moment. And to me, before, holidays were such a big deal. And now I get to be conscious in them, and I get to be present in them, and I get to appreciate the now moments so much that the holidays just blend in with the now. I really want you all to feel this, because the gift is beyond one day. The gift of life, the gift of now, the gift of this moment happening right now, where you can hear my voice and can feel and tap into this present moment, is your gift. It's beyond what it says on the calendar, because time is an illusion. And so when you feel into this infinite perfection of now, you can be with the holidays and be present in them. So when you're around family, you could be super in tune with the now and be present with the unfoldment, right? So when people are opening presents, when you're seeing Christmas lights, you could use those experiences of presence and fall into this deep joy of now, because there's no one experience that can happen over and over ever again other than this now moment, right? So you get to co-create with the now in however that looks like. And whatever happened in the past and whatever happens in the future is irrelevant because everything is now. So be still with the now, find presence in the now, and the holidays, really honestly, they become the now. The celebration of life is presence. So Christmas, even though Christmas is like, oh my gosh, it's my favorite time of the year. Literally, it is. It's my favorite time of the year. It's like super fun. I love the holidays. I love presents even more. I've learned to love presents even more. We were just doing a video and I was standing in front of a group of trees and all the trees were flowing for me, and it was like an orchestration of music. And that is the celebration of now. Like, to be able to sit still and be still and watch snow fall in your face, watch the trees flow beside you, and feel the oneness of you being in the moment now and feeling the essence of this perfection that is uncovered in the now. It just confirms the whole point of life, the whole reason why Source created itself and multiple versions of itself, to feel the now. It wasn't to get lost into the date in the calendar of the past and future and to only celebrate it in one day a year, right? Every single moment of now is a celebration. So holidays, Christmas, New Year's, it isn't something you get lost in. It's something you're present in, and you have to find a way to be present in every moment to where the simplest things are grand. Seriously, my loves, the simplest things are grand. And then when there's grand things, those things are explosive like fireworks because you've been able to be present even the most mundane, simplest things in your now moments. Every single moment of now becomes an unfoldment and music of presence. So that's going to be my recommendation for all of you with the holidays. I know holidays are super hard because the mind romanticizes the holidays. It has a lot of expectations. It has a lot of preferences on what that looks like. But really, when you look at it 10 feet above in the eyes of soul, soul doesn't give an F what date it is in the calendar. Soul is pure being in the now, and it wants to experience the now in the highest capacity in the now. And it doesn't matter what it says on the calendar.
So balancing the holidays, I really like the idea that we are learning in every single now moment how to balance the energy. And it doesn't just apply to our person. This is a lifelong journey of how to shed the mind and how to align with soul. And so when you have the holidays, there's a lot of different energies that are going to be at play. You have a lot more get-togethers, you have maybe more work parties. You're going to be around a lot of people, and the energies at this time of year are really, really extreme. You have some people that are super, super happy. They love this time of year. And then you have other people that may be around you that are going to be at the lowest energetic space they could possibly be in because they are completely in mind and they are in these fear-based, low, dense energy. So you are learning and you are really seeing how to navigate these life experiences without other people's energies affecting you the way they may have previously. So it's almost like you're playing this game of ping pong, right? You're the ball that's bouncing back and forth between all these people's energies. Your only role is to watch the energies that are at play around you and not give in to them and identify as them, because energy is potent and other people's energies are really, really strong. And we often think that the energies of others are our own, and then we identify as them. So I really want you guys to be cognizant in terms of, how do I balance this energy that I'm experiencing? And this is a beautiful way of gauging yourself and really getting deeper and deeper in the shedding of the mind. So let's take an example of what a lot of people experience. They have work functions to go to. You have a lot of people around you. You have the different dynamics of work at play, bosses, peers, people that you may like, people that you may not like. You have alcohol usually involved. You have just a lot of different things going on. And a lot of times you could easily get in the mind. We want you guys to be present. Watch what's going around you. Remind yourself that you are now awakened. Remind yourself that all you are seeing is merely the 3D, and you're going to be mindful of what is coming up for you. Because I know for me, for example, holiday parties, what did they used to do for me? They brought out a lot of insecurities. I would see these women in these beautiful dresses, these fabulous figures, and I would get into mind about my weight and my body issues. And that's where my head would stay at most of the time. And so that obviously is just one little example, but these different type of meetings can put us in these places where our insecurities are coming out. And why are they coming out? Because the mind's ready to shed them. It's ready to be released. So take each moment. Let's say you have a family get together and there's a lot of different dynamics at play. Maybe people don't get along in your family, or maybe there's a lot of judgment in your family, or maybe there's a lot of expectations and a lot of pressure. Take these times to feel what's coming up for you instead of pushing them back down. Watch the energy. What's coming up? Is it an energy of shame? Is it an energy of judgment? Is it energy of resentment? What are these energies that are coming up through you during these events? And when you could do that, all it's going to do is allow you not only to gauge yourself better, but to align more with your truest self. And this is where your spiritual stamina comes in. We say this all the time. This journey is not about your person. This journey is about you releasing the mind. You're tapping into the part of you that's conscious and no longer living as the subconscious. You're no longer reacting to the energies. You're watching the energies and then releasing them. It's an amazing opportunity this time of year to get deeper in soul. And I hope all of you guys remember this video, watch it over and over if you need to, remind yourself of what this time can offer you in terms of really balancing. You don't need your person next to you to balance. Balancing is balancing your energy. The more you can balance your energy in everyday situations and come back to the alignment of soul, the more you're preparing yourself for being able to balance your person's energy alongside yours. It's always an opportunity to expand yourself.
I love it. So I want to get even deeper in this because I know thoughts come in. I know mine comes in, and you're absolutely right, Lev. During the holidays, so many energies you're having to deal with, and majority of our people that we interact with are asleep. Let's get real. So we automatically are going to experience people in the lower vibration and the lower scales of energy and fear-based energy. And so really we have a responsibility when interacting with friends, family, anybody really. Even just going to the store, you can feel the energy. Raising your energy, really taking moments to just raise your vibration higher, in a higher elevated state. And I try to make sure that when I'm around anyone, even just leaving the house, I raise my energy. And I know that whoever I interact with can't touch me because my energy is one that is preserved, is mine, and I can pull it in. And when thoughts come of our people, because that will happen a lot, and it can definitely happen during the holidays. So this is my tip for those that ask, like, hey, what do I do when I think of my person? What do I do when I can't stop thinking of my person? I'm doing so well. I've already, started surrendering and detaching and focusing on myself. And here comes full blast focus and thoughts of my person. I'm messing up. I'm doing this wrong. You know, all the things the mind will say. So when thoughts come of our people, whether it's the holidays or just happening right when you wake up, thoughts are not you. You are the one that can observe the thoughts and be with the thoughts, watch the thoughts, and allow those thoughts to come through you. So just like Elizabeth said, hey, use the holidays as a way to release triggers, right? Same goes for thoughts. When they come, don't become the thoughts, right? The mind is like, well, they haven't reached out to me. Are they gonna wish me Merry Christmas? Should I send them a message for a Happy New Year? Blah, 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 right? The mind just goes on and on and on and on and on and on. And remember, thoughts from mind is separation consciousness. So your responsibility as the awakened one, the conscious one, is to be able to remind your mind, right? To remind the mind that you are not your thoughts. And it might be really hard at first. It might be, I'm in the store and then the mind, blah, 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 my person. And then you remind the mind, I'm not my thoughts, I'm soul. You bring it back to now, you look around and, focus back in the now, put your hand in the cart, feel your fingers, feel the gift cards that you're about to buy, because I know everybody's wrapping up their Christmas shopping list, right? Feel in the now. You cannot be in your mind and soul at the same time. So if mind is super activated, watch the thoughts and then really feel into the present moment, wherever it is. And I use the present moment as my balance state. So if I'm going in the store, I can actually hear everything around me as a meditative state. It's really cool. I've used this as my permanent state, is just being, right? So if I'm in the store, I can hear the checkout lanes. I can hear kids laughing. I can hear kids crying. I can hear the bustle and chaos of the world, and I'm at peace because I've used those sounds as the sounds of the universe. And so instead of getting lost in the mind, I'm present. I'm hearing the kids and I'm allowing what's in front of me to be my primary focus. I'm super in tune with the present moment. And if the mind acts up, I just want to stress this. The mind will always, 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 always talk about your person. It's never going to stop. Even in a permanent relating experience, even me and Elizabeth being in a permanent relating experience where we live with our person and we see our people every day, as soon as I leave the house, the mind goes there. He's upstairs and the mind is going there. That's how the mind works. It's always going to think of our people. The mind sees our people separate from us, but soul is our people. And so that's why we have to consciously remind ourselves who we are. And it becomes like a habit that we have to break, right? It's almost like, all right, mind, I see you. I got to go back to soul. All right, mind, I see you. I got to get back to soul. And then later, after you've been realigning, that's where you get hit with those unity consciousness moments where you're like, oh, we're one, right? Oh. We get those moments because we've permanently shifted ourselves to soul, to where I can hear all of the sounds around me, and the music of the now is what I meditate to. I don't have to go to a room with palms out and meditate. I've used the sounds of the store to be my meditation. I've used the sounds of the wind in my car to be my meditation. And so when the thoughts come in, I can easily tap really slow motion in the now, right? Thoughts come in of my person, thoughts come in of what you should be doing for them, what they're doing, thinking, and feeling, things focused on future and past. Again, anytime you're thinking of your person, the mind will always bring up the past and future, unless they're in front of you, unless your person is in front of you. And then at that point, you're balancing the present moment. Unless your person is in front of you, those thoughts are always going to focus on the past and future. So when you can watch the thoughts, That's great, mind. And then bring it back to now. As soon as you identify that that was not you, you're automatically aligning with soul. You're automatically not pushing. You're automatically aligning with the true you and raising your consciousness, right? Permanently. This is a permanent shift where you're vibrating yourself into the highest scale of consciousness over and over and over and over to where all you hear is the now. And even in that state, we still get lost and hear the mind, but we are the conscious ones that can step back and observe it. It might take 10 minutes for you to finally catch it. It might take an hour. It might take a whole day. So what? So what? It took a day. Last time before, when we had our dark night, it took us like almost months. So this is progress. And this is what you're balancing, my loves. The balancing isn't your person. The balancing is you and balancing into soul, out of mind and into soul. So when your thoughts come in, totally normal, and you could even say that, totally normal. Of course, my mind will go there. My thoughts will go there because I am soul. We're one. And then you bring it back to now. You listen into the now. You feel into the now. Look around you and be in the now. And when you do that, you're tapped right back into soul. You're tapped right back into this now moment. And this is the moment where you are truly in the now.
Okay, so yeah, I totally agree. Like, the thoughts will never stop. And I know we get that from so many people, like, how do I stop thoughts? And almost like they're feeling that if they're thinking about it, well, oh my gosh, it's automatically push. I'm thinking about them. And we want to always reassure you guys, the thoughts are always going to be there. Always. They're always going to be there. It's what you do with the thoughts. And I also want to take this time to also remind you that never, ever, ever worry about pushing. Just focus on alignment. Take a focus off push and bring the focus always back to alignment. How do I align myself? How do I align myself? How do I bring my intention back to me? That's where the conscious thought should go to whenever you're thinking about your person and then worried. The mind gets worried because this energy is also so consuming. It's so addictive. It's so toxic at times. And the mind wants to focus on all the fear that these thoughts bring out of us. And our job is not to engage with the thoughts. It's to remind ourselves. Our only job is to remind ourselves that we're not the thoughts and to come back to alignment. So this time of year, it's hard. It is really hard, especially when you're surrounded by people that present this happy around you. And a lot of times that is such a false persona. I remember we were talking to someone and it was like, we were talking to this beautiful soul and she really believed that if people were married, that meant that they were happy. And she had a limiting belief about that if someone's married, they're happy. And when you're at these get-togethers, especially during the holidays, you see all these married couples, and a lot of times they put on their best behavior with each other and they sort of show the 3D, the appearance. It's sort of why people post all the time on social media. But I want to remind you that it is all just 3D, and what's being presented is very often, if not always, really not the case. It doesn't describe how someone feels internally. They are looking externally by what they're showing in terms of getting this validation that they need. And what it's bringing out within us, when we see these happy couples, we see that it starts making us think about our person. Like, why can't we? Because the mind starts idealizing, again, the romanticized version of what we thought growing up we were supposed to have in our lives to be happy. The happiness was never shown to us that it was supposed to be internal. So we look externally, and this time of year it's really easy to do. And when we see it falling short of these expectations we've held for ourselves our entire life, it's really hard to bring it back to something that we realize consciously is internal. And we did a video earlier about this beautiful soul that finally is getting to this place of no preference with her person, who's back in her life and is professing his love all the time. And she didn't understand it. And it's because she's in balancing phase 2. That's the place where everything is internal. So it becomes this point where it's like nothing outside of me can touch me anymore, because I am whole and complete. Regardless if my person's in my life, if he's not in my life, I can go to these parties, I can go to any kind of event, and I won't get trapped in the mind's thoughts. And that's really what you're aiming for. You're aiming to get to a place where these mind thoughts no longer touch you. They no longer shake you off course of your alignment, of your ascension. And seeing happy people, or presumably happy people, or other couples, or, you know, maybe a sign or synchronicity that reminds you of your person, they no longer have the same energetic effect on you that they once would have. This is balancing. This is learning how to shed the mind, the ego, and really getting to a place where you can go within through all things, and you could realize you're not the mind, you're not the thoughts, you're not these versions of you that you thought you had to be happy. All you are is soul. It's the simplest, most profound, most beautiful thing that we take for granted so often in our lives. All we are is the conscious observer. And I don't know about you right now, Joanne, but I'm freaking feeling this energy that just went in me right now to be so simplified. Break it down to all I am is the watcher. I'm the watcher of the parties. I'm the watcher of the people. I'm the watcher of the thoughts. I'm the watcher of the ideas of my person. I'm the one who gets to watch it. I don't have to engage with it. I just have to watch it, because that's all I am. I am this beautiful, perfect soul energy, this radiant piece of God that came here to know and experience the best version, the best essence of God himself. And in lining up with the conscious part of myself, I can do that. And I don't want to give that away anymore, because that's been gifted to me. And so few in this lifetime space reality have this gift. And I want to take advantage of it in each moment. And all I have to do that is to be conscious and to be present. Ooh.
Man, that was so deep, Lev. I literally just saw light, like, in all of these doings, because there's a lot of doings that are going to happen and will happen for all of us, right? And all I saw was just light, and we get to be with all of it, right?
You know, and I feel like if people, because I wasn't even in this place at the start of me talking, it was like talking about unity consciousness without saying it, just talking about what soul is, automatically shifts me into that place of soul. It's really cool. And I think, like, that's what's been so lost in this journey for so many, is that they're so focused on conversations that are focused on their person. And the way to actually get to their person is to be focused on these conversations, these topics that shift them back into this place of unity consciousness. And all you have to do that, at least for me, and I want you guys to try it maybe on your own, is just sit there, maybe even in a meditative pose, close your eyes, hold, sit cross-legged, and talk about what it feels like to be the observer. Get into the space of becoming the observer and slow it down. Like, seriously, that's me slowing down when I talk. When you guys hear the shift in my voice, that's when I'm tapping into this essence of God. It's when I'm tapping into this essence of source, and I feel it. I feel the energy shift. I feel my vibration rise, and I feel you and me tapping into this place that I don't think many people can get to. And it makes me feel incredibly empowered, incredibly powerful, and incredibly blessed, because I know most people can't get to this place, and they can't bring themselves to this place. And they don't know that this place is really, really, really within. they have looked their entire life externally to find this place of peace and happiness,
Mm-hmm.
and it resides within. And that's where you have to go to find it. And you guys can all do this on your own. You can get to this place of oneness with all. Stop looking externally to your person. Start looking internally within to the soul that you are.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to the soul. Feel into being the observer and watch what happens for you.
Yeah, it's a different vibration for sure. It's like effortless. It's pure stillness. This is the gift of this journey, and you all can tap into it just from hearing these vibrations that we send to you. Like, I'm sure you can hear. This is almost like a soul inquiry. Let's get real, my love. This is a gift of soul that we're sparkling to all of you before you hit the holidays, before you leave your house, before you do anything. Really take a step back and just be in this. Because when I feel into this love, this is what I craved all my life. I crave this freedom, this peace, this bliss, this joy, this nirvana, this magnified now. This is what I craved and didn't know was me. This is an internal immersion of love. And this is our people, right? Our people is this energy. And we could have never reached it if it wasn't for our activation and meeting our other self. So all of you are given this gift to be able to tap into soul simultaneously. Seriously, we were just talking about questions in this journey, and we literally just zapped into this unity consciousness of pure being. And for you to hear this video, like, your levels of consciousness just heightened. I'm sure you can all feel it. You can hear it. You can listen to this video over and over and just get yourself right into that same state of pure now. It's so good. I want to sit with it. Like, after this Zoom call, I just want to sit with it and feel into this eternal now.
Joanne, know what's so cool is, like, the deeper and deeper we get in these calls, the deeper and deeper we get in our own journeys. Like, you guys can all, there's this shift that's happening within us, within Cup of Joe. And I know a lot of you guys with us on the shifting is like, we're getting higher and higher in this collective consciousness all together. And it's like, you are getting deeper and deeper. And I'm telling you, my loves, when these shifts happen, I just told Joanne this morning, I'm feeling energy differently than even I did a month, 2 months, a year ago. Like, I can feel people's energy in a way that is crazy wild, like takes over me. And I never, like, I knew I could sense energy before, but I never felt it the way I do so clearly and so distinctly. And I know that's because I'm tapping into my highest self every single day. And like, the way, like, we're able to manifest now, like,
it's so instant. It's crazy.
Really,
conversations start shifting, like, you know, you just start getting deeper within you. That beautiful soul that was that asked us about her person wanting to you know, expressing their love and wanting to move forward, and all these things that the mind never thought would be possible, right? That beautiful soul went really deep within themselves. And this is what a lot of people miss, is we have to find ourselves in this journey. We really have to find ourselves in this journey. And this journey is literally an evolution of you. The more you interact, engage, communicate, see, and balance your person, the more you get deeper within yourself. Really feel into that love. Because when your people reach out to you and they trigger you, and none of it is about your person. It's not what your person's saying. It's not what they're doing, thinking, feeling. It is within you that is coming up for you to release, to get deeper within your soul, to get deeper within you. But as a byproduct, get deeper in able to sustain your energy with your soul so that you can be in this neutral state where you are shifting your levels of consciousness beyond desire, beyond anger, to where you are in neutrality. And that's what me and Elizabeth, like we're shifting our energy and we're tapping into these gifts like simultaneously. And so when we can reach this high vibrations and you can reach it with us, we're literally all of us raising the level of consciousness for the collective, and we're creating more and more opportunities for that union energy for the rest of other twin flames, because there's so many people now able to tap into truths in their journey, now able to balance more in their journey, right? To where we can have these conversations that are of a higher dimension, a higher plane, a higher level of consciousness, where we can be the complete deep observer of all around us. And it's effortless. It's effortless. It wasn't something that we planned when we got on this call, but it's something that's coming through us that has to be shared. And that's what you guys all receive from Joe, is more ways to get deeper in your soul, to more ways to raise your vibration, to raise your levels of consciousness. And as a byproduct, brings you everything that you are, your best life, your person, abundance, love, everything that you are is the vibration you're matching. Elizabeth's been manifesting a whole bunch of freaking amazing high vibrational people that are like just pure joy and all of her, right? And I was like, well, you're in soul, so of course you're going to bring in what soul is. Soul is abundance, soul is love, soul is joy, soul is fun, soul is playful. And so this is the same thing for all of you. You get to manifest everything that soul is, including your person, right? Elizabeth's co-creating with her person along with all these other beautiful things that she's bringing in her life. And it isn't just Elizabeth. All other beautiful souls that we've helped just from hearing this video, from seeing a blog from us, from feeling into this unity consciousness, they're able to get deeper within themselves and manifest more for themselves on who they've always been as soul. Holy smokes. I had my eyes closed the whole time. I don't know if you did, love, but I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's the next level. I love that we can keep making these videos where each time we're like, that's our best video. Like, how
it is. I feel like we never stop creating the best versions of ourselves for all of you. We hope you are all shifting with us, because we're shifting in every single freaking video. We seriously are. You are all shifting with us, and we hope you could feel that vibrational shift as you continue to raise your levels of consciousness to neutrality above, to where you can reach this place of peace, love, and joy. We want to wish you the most amazing holidays. We want to wish you all of the peace and love and joy that you all are. We love you. Bye, love.
Bye, love.